Evening to you folks. Hope you're ready for some NBA action here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Looking at the starting five for Boston. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position, filling out the middle. And for the Warriors, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Now here's White. Boy, he just disappeared against New York. They needed him. Here's Holiday. And he banks in the layup.
Okay, Drew Holiday. We see you still have some great handles.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to Green. Over Porzingis. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And Green's teammates encourage him to take the mid-range J because it keeps the defense on their toes.
Now Holiday. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. And it's Tatum missing. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And Brown is lethal in the open floor. Once he has a step on you, it's over.
Pass to Podziemski. Holiday grabs the miss. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
He misses the free throw. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Good on the second one. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Moody with it. Brown's there. Outside Podziemski. 4 on the clock. Takes it inside. No good. Great D that time from Porzingis. And it's Holiday with the ball for Boston. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in the Bay Area.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit. Yeah, slow start for them offensively, 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to Moody for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Yeah, they found buckets very hard to come by, and you could tell it frustrated them to no end.
Well, you have to give the defense credit for making things hard on them, but they just looked out of sync offensively.
Outside Pajemski. Curry against White. Outside Moody. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 31 left in the first. So they take the lead.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Kuminga against Tatum. From 10 feet away. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Yeah, and that screen was really all Tatum needed. Just a little bit more breathing room so he could go to work.
Curry passes to Payton. Back to Curry from outside the arc. And the Warriors with another three.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Healed against White. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Payton. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Cornette's checked in for Tatum. Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. He's scoreless. The three. He buries it from 3. The Warriors have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Outside Curry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's White. Here's the three. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. It's the Celtics leading by a point. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
The Warriors trailing. Green out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Hield in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. And he buries his first look. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Pritchard, defended by Pajemski. From the right block, 6 to shoot. Pajemski grabs the board. The Warriors leading. Hield finds Butler to the middle. Draymond! Oh, such a force inside.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Moody's checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Craig's checked in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Pass to Butler. Outside Pajemski. Here's Green. Shot clock at 5. Fires from 14. And Craig pulls it down.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pritchard, no good.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Celtics trail by 3. Brown passes to Holiday. Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. Pass to Porzingis. Operating inside. Porzingis.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I'd keep going to that until they stop it.
Butler passes to Green. Back to Butler. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Brown. 1:52 left in the second. From deep range, KP hits it.
A big man with big-time range. Porzingis is a legit threat from three-point land.
Here's Pajemski. Cashes in the 12-footer. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And Boston calls time here.
Fans, get ready to move. And welcome out your Warriors 16.
And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Looney comes in for Jimmy Butler. Payton's checked in for Hield. And it's Curry in for Pajemski. Brown passes to Tatum. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Tatum's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, such a good-looking jumper. Nice high release. Tatum can do this all day.
Curry from deep three-point land. Boston pulls it in. Right side Brown. Outside White. Shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
And he's going for the lob. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Golden State foul. Moses Moody. Second personal foul. Second
Boston
team
shooting
foul.
their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Boston, Derek White, 2 shots.
That's good from White.
We'll talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. White hits them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. The three from Curry. Curry splashes it in.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's three ball is falling. That's how good he is.
And it's Tatum missing.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's White. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Celtics leading by a point. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Fans, give it up for your Warriors youth.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Playing on the road is having no effect on this team. I mean, between your planes, hotels, buses, it's a grind. It can zap your energy level. But right now, they look like the pressure team. And we'll see if they hit the wall in the second half.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
They need to play with better energy on defense. These guys are going deep on that. Anyway, they've allowed over 50% shooting. Gave up way too many open looks. I'm sure they hear it in the locker room. Maybe they'll come out
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joe, what up?
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You look at Kristaps Porzingis. What a contribution.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
So the Celtics 5 right now. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Brown, that's good.
Terrific finish there for Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Here's Podziemski. That one goes in.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Holiday with the ball. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Off the mark there with a 3. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. It's a 1-point game. Now here's Podziemski. He's guarded by White. Outside Curry. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And for the Celtics, their shooting has been good. Around 52% from the field. Tatum. And no good. Some solid defense from Butler. Right side Curry. Curry at the rim.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Left side Moody. Outside Podziemski. Knocked loose. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Brown. Oh, Jaylen Brown! A strong finish.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Boston making a switch here. Cornette's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Boston leading by 3. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Pritchard, the pass to Horford. Here's Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
.125 left in the third quarter. Now here's Curry. Give him 8. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
White against Hield. 56 seconds left in the third. From behind the arc. Pritchard, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And it's Hield missing. The Celtics have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. White with it. Jackson Davis on him. Pass to Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. Now White. Nifty move. White coming through.
I like that from White. Attacking the heart of that defense.
Throws it up high. Throw it down on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch. Great flush. Outside White. It could go. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Celtics out in front. They're up by 3. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts hard. Cutting through contact. Passes sharp. And the ball's going to fall for us. You can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
Now, Coach Kerr, all he's asking is that his team be more precise in their decision-making.
Yeah, absolutely. He's aware of just how special they are when they're playing smart basketball.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moody is out there with Butler, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Moody passes to Curry. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it.
Oh, Porzingis, a huge target.
Now that's how you finish off an alley-oop. Outstanding initiative by Porzingis there.
The kick out, Curry. Up and in on the layup.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Here's White. Oh, Green with a block. Pass to Pajimski. Left side Curry. Outside Pajimski. Outside Green. Green able to hit from three.
A pleasant surprise from Draymond there. I mean, I love when he looks for his offense.
And the Celtics call time here. Well, Stan, you coached against some really tough players in your day. Where does Jimmy Butler stand right now? What makes him Jimmy Butler?
Well, I think, Brian, he's just a great competitor. He wants to take on the biggest challenges when he's on the defensive end, and on offense, he is willing to attack anyone.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Curry gets the bucket.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game, first here in this second half.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Holiday passes to Tatum. Looking to end the run. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
The three from Curry. And they'll get another chance. Green, the pass to Curry. Here's Butler. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Oh, what a sense for the moment. Green, big time bucket.
Holiday against Curry. The shot by Holiday, no good. Golden State has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Inside, here's Green. That shot missing. Nice D from Brown. Celtics trail by 3. And he lobs it up. Porzingis misses.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
Oh, serious gut check points from Moody.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
And it's Tatum missing.
Tremendous defensive effort. Saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
And Green loves flexing on the defense. Welcomes the contact and overpowers it.
Here's Tatum. And Tatum gets it to go through the D.
Well, he's never fazed by those big moments. Tatum with a big hoop right there.
Curry surveys. There's the triple. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. And the Warriors with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And Green is so clever at forcing the D's hand. Gotta be careful how you guard him inside.
At the line for the Warriors, Draymond Green. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
Yeah, in terms of winners in NBA history, few have the resume of Draymond Green.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Can't afford to waste any chances at this stage of the game. That means you gotta hit your free throws.
And Boston calls time here. They trail by 7. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Draymond Green.
Yeah, and it's not surprising. He's really going at the defense inside throughout the entire game. Just showing the D no mercy whatsoever. They constantly were feeding him the ball, clearing out, and letting him do his thing.
Well, he's getting in a groove at the perfect time, just as they're getting ready to do battle in the postseason. Here's Tatum. It's not going to go for him. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. Pass to Curry. Back to Butler. Curry with it. He's covered by Holiday. Launches it. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Now Butler. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
So now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Stephen, a slow start. Did something feel different for you in the second half?
No, just made some shots. It's really the best explanation I got for you. We got challenged at halftime in terms of getting a little edge around what we were trying to accomplish tonight. It took us a while to really gain momentum in this game.
Well, the adjustments paid off. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.